Okay, in the previous two videos, we built the tension assembly, and then we built the complete compression assembly, and now the task is to assemble them together. And to do that is probably the most tricky part of this whole build. And I'll show you how I did it. There's probably other ways we could make different 3D jigs to help with this process, but I'm just going to show how I did it, and maybe that will inspire some people to come up with a better way. So in general, we have this final assembly jig here. Move this out of the way. It's made from a 4x6 block of deck posting. I've got the actual bolt on there with the actual hardware. You know, this is taking a lot of time to make sure this is exact. This is exactly 30 millimeters from the wall there. And so this is a bonus Division B design, so that means our height needs to be above the 15 centimeter line. So there's on the real testing wall, there'll be a line drawn from here down to 15 centimeters. So that means our Boomi needs to be shorter than 15. You want to give yourself a little bit of extra room to make sure if the lines are not drawn perfectly, just give yourself a little buffer. So what I did with this piece, we can see maybe the distance between the center line of that bolt and the bottom is actually 14.8 centimeters. So I'm giving myself a 2 millimeter buffer. So our Boomi will be 2 millimeters shorter than it absolutely has to be. Okay, so how do we put this together? The way I like to do it is you can put this into place. And I also have all the lines drawn on here. One, I have a center line drawn to help with assembly, and then the 8 centimeter markings, which mainly helps for Division C, but it also is important that our Boomi is inside of that for Division B. Okay, so what I do is put this on there, make sure it's straight, and now we're going to use our friend, the blue painter's tape again. Again, this is tape that sticks but isn't so sticky that it will ruin your device when you take it off. So you can like pull it in tension and then just push it down, and that holds that nicely on the table. Can do another one in the middle here. Okay, it actually doesn't matter where you tape it, and then you can move the block to where it needs to be. Okay, so now that is touching both ends. It's in the middle of our beam. So now our challenge is going to be to assemble this, to glue this in place. So in general, we are going to, it's going to go on the inside of these guys, and then like this. And that actually fits quite nicely. So it needs to, and you definitely want to check the fit before you glue anything, of course. It should even touch the ground and it can be firm. This all will just help us assemble this properly. We can see we have extra stuff or extra length on our verticals. We'll clip off later. One of the another nice benefit for working on a tile like this is you can rotate it to get it to see things and to get a better working angle. Okay, so then now the next thing I do, more tape. If I can tear it properly. Just need a little bit, and I like to tape this guy in place, at least somewhat. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. Let's see if we can get this aligned so I can see this. Okay, so if you look on it end on, and you hold these together, it should be symmetric. So it should have pretty much the same distance between these guys, and there shouldn't be any craziness going on up here. Yeah, this looks pretty good. So now, with Division B, you probably could get away with gluing one side and then gluing the other. But the way I like to do this, especially because Division C, or if you experiment with a wider angle here, I found it just works better to do these both at the same time. So that's a somewhat challenging thing, but I'll show you how I do that. So while it's in place dry like this, or with no glue, and it's where we want it, I like to mark on the tension member on both sides where it's going to connect. Yeah, so everything below the line that I just marked on both sides is a surface that needs to be glued. Okay, so, and this is the tricky part. So you leave this taped up there, you hold this up here, and now the challenge is we need to apply a film of glue on both sides of this, and then you know, as quickly as you can, get it in a position and then hold it in place. So let's see if we can pull that off on camera. So don't worry about using too much glue here. This is another super critical joint that we're going to reinforce afterwards, actually. So see if you can get a film of glue on this entire side. So we get a lot of glue on our pin. Usually it takes 3 or 4 things and transfers. You want to work quickly, but not too. You still have to be accurate. Okay, so now there's a film of glue on each side, and as quickly as you can, you try and put this in symmetrically. And then hold it in place. And yeah, so it's basically squeeze both sides for maybe 10 or 15 seconds. This is a super critical joint, so we want to get it as tight as possible. And you really only get one chance at this. If you screw it up, you know, that's bad. Because if you have to rip it off and do it again, that's doing quite a bit of damage. So it takes a little practice to get it as perfect as you can. But that's not bad. Yep, that looks pretty good. So now, yeah, home stretch. So now we can just do the basswood verticals. And this is just a matter of, these you can do one at a time. You can just put the glue in there, hold this together a little bit, 10 or 15 seconds. If your finger gets stuck, just kind of roll it off. Yeah, there we go. So now we're pretty much done. We're gonna take this off and just carefully remove our tape. It shouldn't do any damage. There we go. And then the very last thing I like to do is reinforce these joints. So on both sides of the tension to compression interface, just put a tiny bit of glue along that interface. This just basically helps it from ripping off. And then also at this point here, and then on this side too. There we go. And then I like to use just wire clippers here to, you can snip off the excess vertical pieces. Like that. And we are pretty much done. We can do a tiny bit of sanding here if we want to, you know, get the absolute last little bit. Off like that. So there is our completed Division B Boomi. So hopefully that helps you figure out how I built mine. That is exactly how I built mine. Maybe you can come up with some better techniques. It might be possible to build some kind of 3D jig to help with some of this process, but once you get some practice, it's not too bad. Yep, I hope you enjoyed my construction video, and thanks for watching, and please feel free to reach out to me if you've got any specific questions. Thanks.